Did you know that your body tries to warn you long before any serious mobility problem happens? Not with dramatic signals, but with tiny whispers. Maybe it is that little jolt of pain when you stand up from your favorite chair. Maybe it is that slow, hesitant pause you make before climbing the stairs. Maybe it is the quiet ache deep in the shoulders when you reach up to a shelf. Most people over 60 think those moments are normal aging, that it is just how things go. But that belief is one of the most dangerous traps someone can fall into after midlife. These signs are not random. They are early alarms that your strength, balance, and joint stability are going downhill faster than you think. Once your muscles weaken, your body begins to compensate in unhealthy ways. You use momentum instead of strength. You lean forward too much. You throw your weight instead of controlling it. Every small shortcut your body takes adds strain to your knees, your back, and your hips. The good news is that your body is far more capable of recovery than you imagine, and it does not require a gym, a trainer, or expensive equipment. It only requires a commitment of less than 10 minutes a day and 3 simple exercises that target the exact muscles responsible for independence, stability, and pain-free movement. If you stay with me to the end, you will understand exactly how to perform these movements safely, how to modify them if you are struggling, and how to make them more challenging if you are already strong. You will also hear a small cognitive challenge to keep both your brain and body sharp. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and prepare to rediscover what your body can still do. Because independence is not a privilege reserved for the young. It is a skill you can rebuild at any age starting today. After 60, the body begins to lose muscle mass gradually. Whether you are active or not, research shows that adults past this age naturally lose around 3% of their muscle each year. It sounds small, but across a few years it becomes a major decline. This loss affects how easily you get out of bed, how confidently you walk, and how stable you feel when turning or bending. When muscle disappears, the joints are forced to carry more weight than they were designed for. This is why so many people experience sudden knee pain, back stiffness, shoulder discomfort, or random moments of imbalance. The truth is not that the joints are failing. It is that the muscles meant to protect them have grown weak. That is where these 3 exercises come in. They strengthen the exact areas responsible for standing, lifting, walking, and stabilizing your body. They are simple, they are safe, and they work for everyone, from complete beginners to active seniors. Stay with me and you will understand exactly why these movements matter and how they can change your daily life within just a few weeks. If you commit to what you are about to learn, you can expect smoother movement, more confidence, less pain, and a level of independence that many people your age sadly lose. What declining muscles look like and why you should not ignore the signs. When muscles weaken, it does not happen loudly. There is no dramatic moment. It starts with tiny adjustments in the way you move. You begin to lean forward more when standing up. You rely on your hands to push yourself out of a chair. Your steps become shorter. Your knees wobble slightly when you change direction. You hesitate before lifting your foot onto a stair. At first, these things seem harmless, but the body adapts in both positive and negative ways. When it adapts to weakness, it creates patterns that increase stress on the joints and reduce stability. This is why so many older adults experience sudden falls that seem to come out of nowhere. Their body had been hiding those weaknesses for years. That is why early intervention is so important. The sooner you strengthen the key muscle groups, the faster you regain control over your movements. And this leads us to the first exercise, the foundation of lower body strength, independence, and functional movement. Exercise 1. Sit to stand. The sit to stand is the most important movement for anyone over 60 because it is the closest thing to real life. When you think about your day, you get up from bed, from the dining chair, from the car, from the toilet, from the couch. This simple motion appears dozens of times every day. If you struggle with it, you struggle with life itself. When your legs weaken, you stop relying on your muscles and start relying on momentum. You rock your body forward, throw your weight upward, and hope your knees hold you. That habit increases strain on your lower back and can accelerate knee damage. But when your muscles are strong, The movement feels controlled, smooth, and effortless. A well-known 8-week study followed older adults performing this exercise consistently. The results were impressive. They improved lower body strength by nearly a third, reduced knee pain, and reported feeling more capable in everyday tasks. This is why physical therapists often call the sit to stand the ultimate independence test. How to do it the right way. Find a sturdy chair without wheels. Sit near the front edge with your feet flat on the floor and slightly behind your knees. This position sets up your body to use muscle power instead of back strain. Take a slow breath in. Lean forward gently from your hips, not your spine. Your chest moves slightly forward while your back stays straight. This shift places your center directly over your feet, which is the perfect launching position. As you breathe out, press your feet firmly into the floor and rise. Do not yank yourself up. Imagine the floor is being pushed away from you. At the top, stand tall. Squeeze your glutes gently and hold for the briefest moment. Lower yourself back down slowly. This lowering phase is where the real strength is built. The muscles work harder when controlling the descent than when lifting. If this is difficult, place a pillow on the chair to raise it. Hold the armrests lightly, or place your hands on your thighs for gentle support. As you grow stronger, reduce the assistance little by little until your legs handle the entire movement on their own. Common mistakes to avoid: rushing the movement, collapsing the knees inward, rounding the back, and holding your breath. Each of these small errors makes the exercise less effective and can even increase pain. Focus on slow control, steady breathing, and clean form. Transition into exercise 2. Why the upper body matters more than people think. Before we move into the next movement, I want you to imagine something simple. Think about every time you push open a heavy door, every time you reach forward to grab something, every moment you try to carry a bag of groceries, lift a pot, pull yourself up from the ground, or even steady your balance when you trip slightly. All of those actions depend on the strength of your chest, shoulders, arms, and upper back. Yet after 60, this is the area most people unintentionally ignore. They worry about their legs, their knees, their balance, and their back, but they forget that the upper body is the foundation for posture, stability, and fall prevention. When the upper body grows weak, your posture collapses forward, your shoulders round, your neck strains, your lungs cannot expand fully. This is why so many older adults feel like they lose height and become more hunched as the years go by. And once the posture caves in, every movement becomes harder, walking becomes tiring, breathing becomes shallower, and the risk of falling increases because the entire center of gravity shifts forward. This leads us to the second essential exercise. Simple, safe, shockingly effective. Exercise 2. Wall push-up. The wall push-up is one of the most underrated exercises for anyone over 60. It targets multiple muscles at once: chest, shoulders, arms, upper back, and even the deep core muscles responsible for holding your spine steady. People often think push-ups are too difficult, but that's because they only imagine the floor version. The wall version is designed to work with your body, not against it. Anyone can start here, and everyone can benefit. What makes this exercise powerful is not only strength, it is also posture correction, joint protection, and stability training. When done correctly, it teaches your shoulders to move the way they were built to move. It supports the rotator cuff. It reduces the strain in your neck. It aligns your spine. And it reinforces the coordination between your arms and core, which is essential for lifting objects safely and avoiding upper body injuries. Studies in physical therapy show that gentle push-up variations significantly reduce shoulder pain and improve posture in older adults. Many participants in these studies reported they could lift objects more easily, reach overhead without discomfort, and maintain better posture throughout the day. How to set up the perfect wall push-up. Stand facing a wall. Your distance should feel comfortable about the length of your arm. Place your palms on the wall at shoulder height and slightly wider than your shoulders. Your fingers can point upward or slightly outward, depending on what feels natural for your wrists. Now take a small step back, not too far, just enough that your body leans toward the wall at a gentle angle. This angle decides how difficult the movement will be. A shallow angle is easier. A deeper angle increases the challenge. What matters most is forming a straight line from the top of your head down to your heels. No sagging hips, no arching lower back, no bending at the waist. Imagine your body as a long, straight board supported by the wall. Before you begin, gently tighten your core by imagining someone is about to poke your stomach. Not a hard contraction, just enough to stabilize your midsection. Take a deep inhale through your nose. As you exhale, slowly bend your elbows and lower your chest toward the wall. Keep your elbows at a comfortable angle, drifting slightly away from your rib cage, not flaring out wildly. This protects your shoulders and keeps the movement safe. Lower yourself until your face comes a few inches from the wall. Pause briefly, allowing your muscles to activate fully. Then push through your palms and return to the starting position, inhaling as you rise. What proper form should feel like? You should feel the work in your chest, the front of your shoulders, and slightly in your triceps. But you should also feel your core engaged, holding your spine steady and a sense of control from head to toe. When the form is right, the movement feels smooth, steady, and surprisingly empowering. Many older adults report that even 10 repetitions make them feel stronger instantly because the muscles used here are ones that often go dormant with age. What incorrect form looks like. If your hips sag toward the wall, your core is not engaged. If your lower back arches, you are compensating instead of strengthening. If your elbows stick out like wings, your shoulder joints are strained. If you rush the movement, you lose control and reduce effectiveness. And if you hold your breath, which many older adults accidentally do, your blood pressure can spike and your strength output drops. That is why slow, rhythmic breathing is woven into every repetition. Easier variations if you're just getting started. If the movement feels too challenging, step closer to the wall so the angle becomes gentler. You can also place your feet slightly wider apart to improve balance. Another option is to reduce the depth of your lowering go only halfway down until you feel stronger control. Some people like to do these after warming their arms with light shoulder rolls or gentle stretches. These preparations help the joints move more comfortably, especially if you have stiffness in the morning. More challenging variations when you're ready. Once the wall version feels comfortable, step your feet slightly farther back to increase resistance. If that becomes easy, try performing push-ups against a kitchen counter. The angle is lower than the wall, giving your muscles more work without the challenge of a floor push-up. The next level after that is a sturdy table, and only when you feel truly strong, you can try knee push-ups on the floor. This progression is exactly how physical therapists help older adults rebuild upper body strength safely. Why this exercise is a daily life superpower, stronger. Upper body muscles make everyday tasks easier. Carrying groceries, pushing open doors, lifting light objects, supporting yourself during a fall, keeping your posture upright, reducing neck and upper back pain. The wall push-up is not just an exercise. It is a tool for reclaiming independence. Transition into the third movement. Why cardio plus balance is non-negotiable after 60. Before we jump into the final exercise, I want you to think about something many people overlook until it becomes a real problem. Your heart, your balance, your coordination, and even your brain function all begin to decline at the same time after 60. And the decline isn't dramatic at first. It's subtle, quiet, invisible. It shows up when you feel a little more tired after walking up a small slope. It shows up when you lose your balance for just a second while turning around quickly. It shows up when you feel like you need to hold on to a railing even though you used to climb stairs confidently without thinking. These small changes are not weakness. They're signals. They're telling you that your cardiovascular endurance has dropped. Your stabilizing muscles are firing slower, and your brain-to-body coordination is not as sharp as it once was. Most people write it off as aging, but in reality, these are all trainable skills. That's why this third movement is so essential. It's more than an exercise. It's a total body reset. The standing march with arm swings. This is one of the most underrated exercises for longevity, balance, joint health, and fall prevention. It combines the benefits of walking, core activation, coordination training, and gentle cardiovascular conditioning, all without the impact or strain of traditional cardio exercises. What makes this movement so powerful is its ability to activate both the body and the brain simultaneously. Lifting one leg while swinging the opposite arm requires cross-body coordination, which strengthens the neural pathways that control balance and movement stability. These are the same pathways that protect you against falls, help you react when you trip, and keep your walking pattern smooth. Research from the American Heart Association consistently shows that even light cardio done regularly significantly reduces the risk of heart disease, improves circulation, and boosts cognitive health. And studies in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity show that marching-style exercises dramatically lower fall risk because they improve single-leg stability, ankle strength, hip control, and rhythmic movement. This exercise is simple, it's safe, and almost everyone can do it. Setting up the standing march properly. Begin by standing tall with your feet hip-width apart. Lift your chest slightly, roll your shoulders back, and imagine a gentle string pulling the top of your head upward. This posture alone can immediately make you feel more stable and more energetic. Engage your core gently, not a tight squeeze, but enough to support your spine. Now soften your knees just a little, not a squat, just a relaxed stance that prepares your body for movement. If you need extra safety, stand next to a wall or a sturdy chair. You don't have to hold it, just knowing it's there gives you more confidence. And confidence is absolutely essential for balance training. Beginning the march. Lift your right knee toward your chest. There's no need to lift it high. Knee height, waist height, or even a few inches off the ground is perfectly fine. The goal is control, not height. As your right knee rises, swing your left arm forward in a natural, exaggerated walking motion while your right arm moves gently backward. This opposite arm-leg coordination is a key component of the exercise. It wakes up your brain's motor pathways and teaches your body to shift weight safely between your legs. Lower your right foot to the ground with control, never slam or drop it. Immediately lift your left knee while swinging your right arm forward. Continue this rhythm, settling into a smooth march. The goal is not speed. The goal is rhythm, smoothness, fluidity, control, breath. What you should feel. You should feel your core stabilizing you. You should feel your hip flexors lifting your knees. You should feel your shoulders and arms warming up from the natural swing. You should feel your heart rate rise gently, a sign your cardiovascular system is waking up. You should feel more alert, more coordinated, and more connected to your own body. This exercise has a calming effect on the nervous system, despite being a mild cardio activity. Many older adults say it gives them a surprising boost of energy, almost like the body switches on. Breathing for maximum benefit. Breathe naturally. Do not hold your breath. Many older adults do this without noticing. Try breathing in for 2 steps and out for 2 steps. This creates a rhythm that centers your mind and keeps the movement comfortable. This kind of breathing also stabilizes your core automatically, which improves balance and reduces wobbling. If you need an easier version, you can begin by lifting your knees just a couple of inches. You can remove the arm swing entirely until you feel more coordinated. You can march slower, taking your time with each step. You can even place one hand lightly on a chair for reassurance while marching. Every small improvement counts. The key is consistency. If you want a more advanced version, once you feel confident, raise your knees a little higher. Increase the marching pace, but only while keeping good control. Add a bigger arm swing to activate more muscles. If you want an extra challenge, hold light hand weights such as half-pound or 1-pound dumbbells. These tiny weights can dramatically increase upper body engagement and boost the cardiovascular benefits. This upgraded version turns the movement into a full body conditioning drill while still being gentle on joints. The big benefits you're building with every step. Strengthening your hip flexors improves walking speed and stability. Training your core improves your ability to turn, twist, and stay upright. Activating your shoulders improves posture. Getting the heart rate up boosts circulation, energy levels, and brain health. Practicing balance and coordination reduces your chance of falling, one of the biggest health threats after 60. This exercise builds the exact skills you need for daily life, stepping over curbs, walking faster, climbing stairs, reacting quickly if you stumble, and staying confident in your movements. Why this movement is great as a daily warm-up or standalone routine. Just 2 or 3 minutes of marching can warm up your entire body before other exercises. It increases circulation, lubricates your joints, activates your core, and gently wakes up your heart. Or you can use it as a standalone session when you want something quick that still makes your body feel alive. 5 minutes of controlled marching can change your energy for the entire day. Many older adults say this movement lifted their mood and made them feel more mentally sharp, especially in the morning. Common mistakes to avoid: marching too fast and losing control, leaning forward instead of keeping the torso upright, barely lifting the feet, turning the march into a shuffle, landing hard on the feet instead of stepping softly, holding the breath or breathing too shallowly. These mistakes reduce the benefits and increase fatigue. The secret is slow, controlled movement that looks clean and feels stable. If you're still here with me, you're doing something wonderful for your body. Go ahead and type "I'm marching" in the comments so I know you're still following along. Every comment helps this content reach more people who need it, and your participation helps build a community of strong, active adults who want to stay independent for years to come.